All right, so thanks for joining this 14th session of our grammar clinics. And today we're going to be looking at fixing your sentences. So it might be that you have written your assignments or written some essays, and your lecturer gives you some feedback and says the grammar is not great, or the spelling, or there's some problems with that. So today we're going to have a look at some different features, different factors we can look at in order to improve our writing. So my name is Kieran. I am one of your English support tutors on the Manchester campus, and we're going to learn quite a lot today, I hope. So let's begin with this idea then that when you're writing, you need to make sure that your writing is clear and concise. So clear, maybe we understand this, but concise means that you need to have a point that is easy to understand. Okay, so we are going to look at putting sentences, building good sentences, and then connecting those sentences in order to make a really good assignment. Now, the things we're going to cover are, we're going to learn the conventions of English, and then we're going to practice our own understanding and our knowledge of capitalization, punctuation, spelling, things like that to make sure that all of our sentences are correct. So the first thing we're going to have a look at, it's a little bit of a fact here, a fun fact that the shortest complete sentence in English is actually the sentence I am, because it has the two things that are necessary in a sentence: a subject, I, and then the verb am. It's only 3 letters, but it is a complete sentence in English. Okay, so that is a simple sentence, but we're not here to write simple sentences. We're here to write interesting, knowledgeable, exciting, complex, useful sentences. So let's look at how we can make those good sentences then. So in the sentence here, it says, yesterday, the movers packed up our things in boxes. So, Maria, is this an easy sentence to understand?
Yeah, it easy, but we have many words.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so there's lots of words here, but it still has a clear, simple message. Very
Yes.
good. Very good. Okay, so the things to think about here then, it follows the rules of grammar. It has a subject, it has a verb, easy peasy, but like Maria said, it has some extra words in it that have some effects. Okay, so let's look at those ones now. So first of all, let's consider the punctuation and the capitalization. So if we look at the first word, we have a capital letter. Yeah, yeah. Because we all know that in the first word in a sentence, the first letter needs to have a capital letter. Also, we need, as you can see in the light green here, that you need a comma to separate an introduction word or phrase from the rest of the sentence. And then, very easy, at the end of the sentence, in this kind of turquoisey color, you have a full stop, which means that it is the end of a sentence. So, easy peasy so far, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, but let's have a look at it in a little bit more detail, and because now we're going to have a look at nouns, prepositions, verbs, articles, etc. So these help to make your sentences more detailed, more informative, things like that. So we have the word the here. So this is called the definite article. It tells us the specific thing that we're talking about. We're not talking about all of the movers in the world. We are talking about the movers that I gave some money to do the job. We have movers. So movers, this is a noun. So this talks about a person or a thing which does an action. Then we have the word packed, which is a verb, which tells us the action. And then we have the word in, which is a preposition which describes the location or the direction of something. So all of this depends on the context and depends on our purpose. For example, if we were going to talk about the future, it would not be packed, but will pack. If it was in the present, it would be is packing, or sorry, here are packing, forgive me. Okay, so when we add in these words, we need to be careful that they are still following the rules. So we need to check if your sentence has been written correctly. So the four things that we try to remember are capitalization. So Maria, in what situations would you use a capital letter?
When we use a name,
Good.
name of or person or a city or country or
Yeah, very good. So if we are talking about the specific name of something, very
yes.
good. I mean, if we have a look here, Elizabeth School of London, so that starts with capital letters. Good. Maria, your name begins with a capital. My name, Kieran, begins with a capital letter as well.
Yes.
Very good. And like we mentioned, the first letter in a sentence needs to be capitalized. Okay, good. And the next one, punctuation. So we need to always be making sure that we have the full stops, commas, things like that. So I think, Maria and all of the other students who are watching this, if you go back and look at our other grammar clinics, there is a session on punctuation and capitalization, and that tells us some of the rules of punctuation.
I
Okay,
will check. Yeah.
good, good, good. Excellent. So another important thing is spelling. Now, most of the time, spell checker on Word can improve your spelling, but it doesn't get everything correct. And I know some people may want to use AI for this, but AI is not perfect with this as well. So I would always suggest you always use your own knowledge of spelling to help you. And for this, we have another grammar clinic on spelling as well. So if you ever have any questions about spelling, that is there on the YouTube channel as
Which
well.
was last week.
Very good. Well remembered, Maria. Excellent stuff. Excellent. And the last thing that you should be thinking about when checking your own writing, they are the things that are known as parts of speech. So parts of speech are, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, all of those things. And surprise, surprise, there is a video on this on the YouTube channel as well. So please go back and check if you haven't seen it already. Now, we're going to do an activity soon where you are going to have to check capitalization, punctuation, spelling, and parts of speech. So, in the activity, you are going to see a sentence and there will be something wrong with it. It could be one thing, two things, three things. Okay, so you need to find the mistakes and correct them. Okay, so just to remember again, it could be a problem with capitals, it could be a problem with punctuation, a problem with spelling, or a problem with parts of speech. Okay, so let's have a look at this one then, Maria. So it says, she have installed a lot of doorknobs for this project. So how many mistakes can you see here?
Maybe we have a comma after door knobs.
Okay, so you think it could be a comma after doorknobs, all right. Okay, any other ideas?
We don't have One moment.
Mhm. So capitalization or punctuation or spelling or parts of speech.
I think the verb is correct because it's past perfect.
It is
Yeah, she has, she
present
has,
perfect.
she
Yeah.
has, she has, she
Ah,
has.
good, good, good.
She
Okay.
has installed.
Okay, she has installed.
So
Okay. Anything else?
maybe in this project, maybe I'm not sure.
So you think possibly it could wait, sorry, you think possibly it could be in this project. Okay. Well, I can tell you that there were two mistakes, and you have one of them correct. Because it should be she has.
Yes.
But the other mistake, so you don't need any punctuation. Sorry, you don't need any commas. You don't need to change in this project, no. But what you need to change is that to
Lot.
that. So the spelling in English is a lot.
Lot.
Okay? All right, so you needed to separate those two.
I didn't know we can write together.
Ah, okay. So don't write it together is my advice. You shouldn't. You shouldn't do it. Okay, so that's good. You've been correct from the start. You've always been writing it correct. Very good. Okay, so two mistakes in that one. So let's have a look at the next one. It says, due to rust damage, Blake had to replace the drain pipes, question mark. How many mistakes can you see here?
I think we don't have in the end of the sentence. I don't know this sign. How to say? I need
This is a
to be dot. No.
okay. So we need a full stop,
Yes. Full
not
stop.
not a
Yes.
question mark.
Yes.
Okay, good, good.
To
That
to
is
re
correct. Mhm.
to replay, not to replace. Had to
Okay.
had to replay, not to replace, because it's not in the present. In
Okay.
my.
All right. So you think there's a mistake there with that. Um, anything else?
I check.
All right.
But Black is not a name.
Blake is the name of this guy here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Just happy with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. You were 99% correct there.
Has to replay. Has to replay.
Um, it's okay with had because we're talking
Yeah.
about in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So like I said, you were 99% there. We needed a full stop,
Comma.
so
Comma.
no question mark. We needed to go for a full stop. Now, you were right that replays is wrong, but we needed to change it to replace.
Yes.
So if you take one thing, so if you kind of remove one thing and put another thing there, that is called replacing. And the other thing is that we needed a comma after this original um, dependent clause. Yeah. Okay. Good. So we got most of that correct there. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, so now for the next one. Carpenter began making cabinet doors with help from its apprentice.
Um, the first letter it need to be, yeah, capital letter.
Okay.
Uh, maybe I'm not sure, maybe the verb, maybe it's not something.
Which one? Began making.
Began is.
Generally in these questions here, there isn't any problems with the verb. It's capitalization, punctuation, spelling, or parts of speech.
Okay.
Mhm. So I'll give you a little bit of help. There should be a mistake with spelling here.
Maybe become? No. Marking? No.
No.
Apprentice, probably. Yes.
Yes.
Apprentice. Is
There's a problem. So
to P.
it should be 2 P's. Yes. Okay. All right. So good. But let's have a look at the answers, because there are actually here 3 things that we need to change. So we went from apprentice to apprentice with 2 P's. Now, you were right that there was a problem at the start. So what we needed to do was add the word the carpenter. Okay?
Yes.
Because we're looking at the picture, there is only one carpenter, so we're talking about that it is this one.
Article.
Okay, yeah, very good. And also, like you said, it would need a capital letter anyway, okay, because there's no capital in the original.
Yeah.
And the carpenter began making cabinet doors with help from its apprentice.
His.
But, yeah, his. Or if it was a woman, her. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, we don't really know in this situation, but it kind of says that it is his. So we would also need to change it for that one. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 3 problems there, and we got them in the end. Now, on to this last one. It tells us Lynette carefully painting the wool to a steady hand. Ooh, it's a difficult one, this.
The first letter should be capital letter.
Should be capital letter. Good.
Full stop.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we need a full stop. Very good point. Yeah.
Probably comma after all. I am not sure.
After which one? Wool?
All, yes, all.
Okay, you think a comma here. Okay. Yeah, like that, you think? Anything else?
I think we have two N and the painting.
You think there could be 2 N's in painting?
I'm not sure, but
Okay. Well, this is where things get difficult, because there were 5 differences that we needed to find here. So you were right, we needed the capital, so it becomes Lynette with a capital letter. We needed a full stop at the end, so well done. Now, this is where we needed present continuous, because it said carefully painting, but we needed to put she is carefully painting.
Is painting.
Okay. Also, we didn't have the correct spelling of wool. Okay. We've got the original word wool, which is about the fabric, wool, but we need to talk about wall, the place in the house. Okay.
Yeah, I thought what place in the house.
Yeah, so that is spelled W-A-L-L. Okay. And the last change that we needed to make was you paint with something. Okay, so we needed to change the preposition from to with. Okay, so congratulations there on getting most of those correct. So well done. Well done
Thank
there,
you.
Maria. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let's think about it this way then. You have written your assignment, or you've completed a paragraph or something like that. We need a checklist to see if we have done everything correctly. So there are 4 steps that we have when you are proofreading an assignment. So proofreading means editing it after it. So we've got 4 stages. So just for you, Maria, what do you do after you have finished writing your assignment? Do you check the spelling? Do you check the grammar? Do you do anything?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you normally do?
Yeah, I need to check to know what I need to improve to in my assignment.
Yeah, okay. So if you're on Word, do you use like spell checker, grammar
Yes.
checker? All right, good, good.
Punctuation.
Punctuation, yeah. And the autocorrect is good for this as well, yeah. So, like you said then, the things we should be looking at are capitalization. So, the first word, does it have a capital? And like you said, the names of things, does that have a capital as well? We should also be thinking about organization. So, are the words in the correct order? Are there any words missing? Do we need to put in any more extra words? Okay. And also punctuation, you've mentioned this one. So do we have the correct, full stop or commas? And also, do you have your commas in the right place? And last of all, we need to think about spelling. So did you
Yes.
spell everything correct? And if you're not too sure, if you don't trust your spell checker, you can always look at it in a dictionary as well.
Yes.
I'll give you one little bit of advice. Always check that your word spell checker is using British English, because
Yes.
normally it changes to American English, and it's not correct. At any British institution, like Elizabeth School of London, you need to use British English, not American English.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no problem, no problem. And this is on phones, tablets, computers. They always change to American English, but we're not in America.
Yeah.
So we need British English.
Yes.
So that's why it's always useful to check a dictionary instead.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to test your memory now, Maria.
Yes.
How many steps are there when checking your assignment?
Punctuation.
Punctuation.
Capitalization. The capital letter.
Yeah,
Yes.
very good.
The words and decide to be noun, verb.
Okay, good. I think we said for this punctuation. Sorry, organization. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And
I said punctuation, capitalization, organization, and
the last one we
the
talked about.
spelling.
The spelling. Very good. Very good. So you are correct. There are 4 steps, and it is those ones you've just mentioned. Good. So the next question: what kinds of words should always be capitalized?
Name of a person or organization or school or city, and in the front of the sentence all the time.
Very good. Yeah, very good. The start of the sentence. Yeah.
Yeah.
And where should you look if you don't know how to spell a word?
On the internet, in the British application or
Yeah, British English
British English, yeah.
dictionaries. Yeah.
Dictionary, yeah,
Yeah.
dictionary.
Good, good. All right, so good memory there, Maria. Well done.
Thank you.
So we're now going to have a proofreading quiz. So in every sentence that we see here, there will be one mistake. Just tell me what the mistake is. Okay, so this is the first one.
The first letter.
Exactly, we need a capital letter there. Okay, the next one.
The second one should be no capital letter.
Very good. Okay, it's not the name of something, it's an action.
Yes.
So no capitals. Good. The next one.
The full stop.
Full stop at the end of a sentence. Good. Okay.
Maybe has round away the or comma the cat.
Huh?
The cat.
Well, I will tell you there is a little mistake with this part.
Is to yen.
Ooh, well. I can tell you in English, remember that we always have three forms of the verb. So we have run,
Run.
and the second form is ran. So that's what we need in this situation.
Run
Okay. And the third form is run. So we should change run to ran. Okay. So if you look at the next one, it should be ran.
Yeah.
Okay. So on to the next one.
She likes.
Exactly. Okay, so the subject always needs to match the verb. Good. What about this one?
He should be capital letter.
Capital letter for the first letter of the word. Good. The next one.
Is a question. We need something in the end. I don't know the name for this.
All right. Well, this is an easy one to remember. It is a question mark.
Question mark. Okay, thank you.
Okay. No problem. No problem. So if we look, yeah.
Yes.
We've got our question mark. Next one.
He is a boy.
He is a boy. Very good. Okay.
Can I have? I is a question mark.
Is a question mark. It's a question, so we need a question mark. Good. Good. And another one here.
I love my sister.
I love my sister. Okay, so again, the verb needs to match the subject. Good, good, good. So that's not the end of our practice because we're going to do a little bit more practice here just to check. It's going to be slightly more difficult. Okay, so same thing again. We're going to be focusing on grammar, capitalization, punctuation. All of those mistakes are going to be in the next few questions. Okay. So what is the mistake here?
The cats are on the couch.
Fine. The cats are on the couch. Good. Good. The next one here.
Capital letter in the front in the sentence.
Yeah.
Forward.
Yeah. At the start of the sentence. Good.
Start of the.
Okay, the next one.
Her name is Annie. Annie is sweet capital letter.
Good. Good, good, good. Okay, the next one.
Yeah, it's a question. I need question mark.
The question mark. Very good for a question. All right, the next one.
Again, the sentence start with capital letter.
Okay, good, good, good. Excellent. Now for this one.
Please come here. It's not a comma. We need a exclamation. But again, I don't know the.
Okay, you think an exclamation. Okay. an exclamation could work here. Yeah. So in English, exclamation mark. Yeah.
Yes, exclamation mark.
Could be.
Thank you.
Could be an exclamation mark. Just in this one, maybe a full stop, but it could be an exclamation mark as well. It's definitely not a comma.
Yes.
All right. Good, good. Next one.
I will never write with uh, always with capital letter I.
Okay. So if we're speaking about the word I, it always has a capital letter. Very good.
In the middle of the sentence or everywhere is the same situation.
Yeah. So if it was he thinks, he thinks I am English, yeah?
Yes, yes.
So it's if it is just the word I, then it should always be capital. Very good. All right, so yeah, there we go. We can see it's a capital letter. And this last one here,
Is a question.
it is a question. So
A question mark.
we need a question mark. Okay, so great job. Well done.
Thank you.
So yeah, no problem, no problem. So the four things we've remembered then. So capitalization, punctuation, spelling, and
And organization.
then
Organization.
very good. Organization. Does the verb match the subject? Things like that. Okay. So we've come to the end now, but that doesn't mean our learning has to end because we have another activity that you can do online. So you can either scan the QR code or I can send it specifically, Maria, I can send it to you. And this will take you to an exercise where you can practice your proofreading skills, try to find the mistakes, add in some punctuation, things like that. Does that sound good?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, very good, very good. And as always, the YouTube channel is always there if you need to find any of our past videos on spelling or punctuation or parts of speech or grammar and just in general. Okay. And if anybody ever needs any help as well, you can always get in touch with us at EnglishSupport_Manchester WH@esl.ac.uk.